planned summit between Russian President Vladimir Putin and US President Donald Trump in Budapest has thrown European diplomacy into turmoil, with Russian officials speaking of a possible opening for peace, while European Union insiders privately described the gathering as a political nightmare. According to the Spanish daily El País, several senior EU officials admit that the prospect of a Trump-Putin meeting in an EU country, but without the EU itself at the table, is deeply unsettling. One unnamed diplomat told the newspaper,
"The location was chosen carefully. It could benefit Russia by aggravating disagreements within the EU over the Kremlin."
Publicly, Brussels has maintained a cautious tone. An EU Commission spokesperson told El País,
"Meetings do not always take place in the order and format that we would like, but if they bring us closer to a just and lasting peace in Ukraine, we should welcome them."
Privately, however, the paper reported that several officials see the event as humiliating, placing both the EU and NATO in an awkward position. The summit, expected within 2 weeks, would mark Putin's first visit to an EU capital since the outbreak of the war in Ukraine. El País noted that some European governments may even have to issue special flight permits for Putin's aircraft to cross their airspace, an image of European dependence that few in Brussels relish. From Moscow, the message is sharply different. Russian envoy Mikhail Ulyanov said on Saturday,
"NATO and the European Union appear determined to continue military actions in Ukraine until the last Ukrainian."
The line is meant to contrast Western intransigence with what he called Russia's willingness to discuss security guarantees. Russian commentators described the Budapest initiative as proof that the Kremlin remains open to negotiations if the West abandons what it sees as an endless war policy. For Hungarian Prime Minister Viktor Orban, who offered to host and guarantee Putin's security, the summit could be a personal triumph. As El País wrote,
"The Budapest meeting may provide a huge service to Orban ahead of next year's elections."
Analysts in Brussels privately concede that the move reinforces Hungary's image as the EU's most independent and most Moscow-friendly member. In the words of one European official, quoted by El País,
"If this meeting produces any form of truce, it will be on Trump's and Putin's terms, not Europe's."
For now, the contrast could not be sharper. Moscow presents itself as ready to talk, while EU and NATO leaders brace for a summit they neither control nor can easily prevent.